Supreme and Doc Martens are back, 2026. This pair just dropped last week. And I feel like this collab is kind of got slept on, or a lot of people didn't fully appreciate it at first glance. A lot of the critics were saying the pairs were basic and those other two colorways were, a waste of a collab or a waste of a week. But this pair right here is a little different. This is a Postal 4-Eye shoe collab with Supreme in the snakeskin colorway. And I ain't gonna lie, when people were saying the other ones were basic or a waste of a collab, I kind of agreed with them. So that's why I picked up the snakeskin. This pair isn't too loud. They're not shiny. They're actually pretty matte, and from a distance, they almost look white, almost look gray. But once you actually get these in hand, the shoes make a little more sense. And that's what this video is going to be about. This doesn't feel like a collab Supreme was trying too hard on, because if you think back to the previous collabs with Doc Martens specifically, they were pretty dang loud. So I'm not mad at the minimal branding, but today I got the snakeskin in hand. So what we're going to do, give you a little review, a little unboxing, let you know what I think about these in hand, what size I went with, and all that good stuff. But more importantly, why this collab sets itself different from previous collabs with Doc Marten, because these are definitely one of my favorite ones. Even though people slept on them, I feel like this time around next year, people may be looking on StockX or maybe hitting these resale stores, because a black pair would be able to go with everything. And this snakeskin pair, again, it's something different. And it doesn't have a red logo on it or Supreme real big anywhere. So what's good, y'all? It's your boy 2Gs, and we're back with another review unboxing video. Today we're talking about Supreme. We're talking about Doc Martens. We're talking about both of those brands in 2026 and why this collab is a little different than the others. Supreme, Doc Martens, they have a rich history of collabs. A lot of different styles, a lot of different graphics and designs. Never a snakeskin. And this isn't shiny, this isn't patent leather. I'm really glad that they aren't. This feels like, I mean, you can see on camera, it's a matte finish. It's not too shiny. It's not too crazy. Pretty wearable, I'm thinking, with an all black fit, obviously. What's really cool about this shoe, aside from it being a collab from Supreme and Doc Marten and the snakeskin, this is a different silhouette from Doc Marten. This isn't the boot silhouette. This is called the Postal 4-Eye shoe. In black and snakeskin. Retail was $198. And this is workwear, archive inspired. And the cool thing is the cushion in here, or supposedly the cushion, and the cushion's comfy, y'all. It's workwear inspired for people that are on their feet. And that's why that all black pair was minimal with a very small Supreme logo. Is I think the route on these was, let's get people wearing them. If we're going to make them for work and they're going to be $200, let's make sure people could actually wear them with this cushion. So even these, again, if you're throwing on an all black fit and you work in the office, or you're going business casual, or shit, even like in an all black full thing, like this won't look too crazy, especially it's a small flap that says Supreme. And from the distance, they could pass as, gray, white, off-white, that whole thing. I think Supreme and Doc Marten work together because neither of their brand is random. Like, they're both connected in like streetwear and skate, and always kind of been connected with like the audience that rocks some artists, musicians, kind of a rebellious nature or culture in school. And again, I think Doc Martens and Supreme is maybe growing with the audience, because the more I look at these and the more I check out the black pair in front of me on my laptop, I didn't cop it, they look really wearable, and that's kind of cool. Sneakers and streetwear is in an entirely different place than it was a few years ago. Instead of Jordans and Air Max and Yeezys, we are seeing boots, we're seeing loafers, we're seeing Doc Martens, we're seeing Vans, we're seeing a lot of silhouettes, a lot more classic archival silhouettes, a lot simpler, and a lot honestly away from this hype beast and sneakerhead wave that we are on. And people aren't just buying this collab because it's limited, or because it's Supreme and Doc Martens, but I think money's selective, and given that you could rock these at work in a nice attire, but you could also now in today's society and fashion world, like you could rock this on a Saturday with a fit and still get your money's worth, and that's where it's kind of different opposed to a Doc Marten that released in 2018 that did decent and that did good. Only a selective audience of the whole streetwear community were rocking it. Again, punk rock, skaters, musician, artists, people that were probably already wearing Doc Martens that weren't a Supreme collab. So that's why this one is interesting, because again, here I am with the wall in back of me full of sneakers, full of traditional Jordans, Air Max, Nikes, all that good stuff. And lately, if you look at my channel, a lot of the videos have been on Timberlands, the Supreme Doc Martens, did a couple videos on Vans, we did Nike ACG, we did, again, all these new silhouettes and these new shoes that I've been around for a minute. Anyone that was considered cool or a sneakerhead or that was doing YouTube videos back in the day, no one ever had boots or Doc Martens, not even Vans or Chuck Taylors. So again, to see that today, I think that's why this shoe hits so differently now, and is why someone like me is picking up a pair, and maybe someone like you is looking to cop a pair. Now, this is my first pair of Doc Martens. I don't know how they fit. I went with my true size 10 because there wasn't a 9.5. It was a big jump to a 9. And I don't know if I would have felt comfortable in a full size down. So I kind of went with my true. But now what we're going to do, I'm going to let you know how they fit. I'm also going to show you how someone like me might style them. Given these are snakeskin, or a little loud, the pattern's a little busier than a normal boot. I'm gonna roll with the black pants. 9 times out of 10, a good black pair of pants would do. And I'm not even gonna lie, I got a 10. A lot of my shoes are a 10 or a 10.5. They fit a tad big, just a little big, just a little bit big. Again, I don't know if it's so big that a 9 would have been better, because I think my feet would have been squished in a 9. And given that these are boots and like not a sneaker, I want to be comfy. So I guess worst case scenario, we could double sock, right? Or I could throw in an insole in there, make them a little more snug. But I'm going to lace these up for y'all, and then I'm going to show you how they look on feet. Again, you would probably rock a black pair of pants with these. Nothing too crazy. I'd probably wear black socks, so don't go crazy if the socks are showing, but straight leg, little baggy pants, so for those wondering how they fit. But again, these are a size 10. In a perfect world, I'd probably go 9.5. I guess they didn't make this shoe in a 9.5. Or maybe Doc Martens don't make a 9.5 shoe. But I would have went a 9.5. And that cushion though, I feel it. It feels good. There's real good cushion in the front of the shoes. I feel that on my toes. And on the heel when I walk like this. At the same time, they are real durable. A little heavy, a little strong, a little sturdy, but that cushion is definitely appreciated. So this is how they look on feet. Hopefully you guys get a good look at these. So as far as the sizing, if I was a true size 9.5, I would have went with the 9. But given that I'm a true size 10, I'd roll with the 10. But if you're a size 11, I would probably get for sure size down. Like at least a half size down. So, alright, so final verdict on the shoes. I like them. I think I like them. I don't regret spending $220 on them with shipping and tax and everything. I think I'll probably wear them a good amount of times. I'm not mad at the size 10. I wish there was a damn 9.5 though. I'm a double socket and I'll live with it. But I think they look good on feet. They look real good on feet. I think it's not a too crazy of a wear where, shit, I might step out like this if I needed to. And it wouldn't be looked that crazy. Again, you don't even really know what brand shoe this is. And I think that's real big in today's kind of buying habits where people are looking for the minimal looks. We're not looking for a big face or a brand or a logo on the shoe anymore like the past Doc Martens and Supreme collabs. So overall, this is a good pickup. If you're wondering on anything, leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you on sizing or stuff like that. But the black pair, now that I'm thinking back on it, it's probably a good wearable shoe for people that need a Doc Marten in their rotation. And these go perfect with my zebras, my cows. That's about it for the crazy patterns. But thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.